Hello, my name is Sensei Alex Kakuyo, and the title of today's talk is Sujata and International Women's Day. But before we get into that, I'd like to remind you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I post talks in the future. Also, want to let you know my book, Perfectly Ordinary Buddhist Teachings for Everyday Life, is finally available on Amazon in both Kindle and paperback format. If you'd like to read a sample chapter of the book for free, there's a link in the description. You can click on that and try before you buy, so to speak. So, International Women's Day. That's a day set aside for us to think about the women of history and the way they've propelled us forward, made the world a better place. Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, etc. How have women made our lives better? So what I did to celebrate International Women's Day is, after I did my normal liturgy in the evening of chanting, meditation, and prayer, is I contemplated some of the great women of Buddhist history. And as I did that, my mind continued to go back to a woman named Sujata. And what's interesting about Sujata is that she was about as plain and as ordinary as you could possibly be. She was probably about 14 or 15 years old. She was a milkmaid. When she comes into Buddhist history, she was recently married and she wanted to have a baby. That's it. That's Sujata. What's interesting about her story, however, is one day when Sujata was going about her life, she happened to see a starving man laying face down in a river. And overcome with compassion for this man, she pulled him out of the river and gave him some rice milk to eat. And as the story goes, she originally thought he was a tree spirit because his limbs were so thin and bony they looked like branches. But she figured out he was a human being, and she came back day after day, gave him some rice milk, helped him regain his strength. And that's it. That's the story. She saw a hungry man and she fed him. But there's one key fact. The man that Sujata saved was Buddha. He had been engaging in ascetic practices, not eating only 1 grain of rice a day. And in his words, he was so thin by the time she found him that he could poke his finger in his stomach and feel his spine. So he was not in good shape. But because Sujata did what she did, he regained his strength. He later sat under the Bodhi tree for 49 days, and he realized enlightenment. And the rest is history. So Buddhism exists, this video exists, our practice as meditators exists solely because of one woman named Sujata who saw someone in trouble and she did something kind. So what can we learn from this? Well, I think the main thing we can learn is how to embody the teaching of Sujata. This understanding that we never know what moment will be the moment that history will turn on. So we have to treat every moment like it's special. We have to find a way to be kind, compassionate, generous in every moment. And this is an act of faith, because again, we don't know which ones matter and which ones don't. But maybe it's refilling the coffee pot. Maybe it's saying something nice to a coworker. Maybe it's calling a family member just to check in and see how they're doing. Any one of these moments, any one of these kind acts has the power and the ability to set the world on a positive course. Just like Sujata, with her bowl of rice milk, made the entire world history better than it would have been if she just walked by. So if we can learn anything from Sujata, it's this. It's being ordinary. It's being a regular person is a superpower. And the gift that we can give to the world is kindness. So that's what I'm taking from International Women's Day. The understanding that I need to be kind. So that's the talk for today. I hope it was helpful. Again, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I post talks in the future. Also, check out the sample chapter of my book, Perfectly Ordinary, Buddhist Teachings for Everyday Life. The link is in the description below. If you'd like to read articles I've written about Buddhist practice, you can do that at my blog, The Same Old Zen, which is at thesameoldzen.com. You can also email me at sameoldzen@gmail.com. So, until next time, Amitabha.